Not a regular season game, but your first time as a starter in Ogden Stadium. How did that feel?
Yeah, I mean, it was good. The fans were out there, but it's nothing more than a practice to us, our last one. And so getting out there to just kind of display and showcase what we've been working on this whole spring, I think was super cool. And, a lot of guys go out there and just made some plays today.
Collectively your entire spring, where you feel like you took steps, you improved, and then I guess can you also talk on just the competition in the room this whole spring and how that pushed you?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think just overall execution and leading the offense down the field was just a big improvement. And then I think the competition within the room is super healthy. We go out there each day and push one another and help one another to be the best room that we can be. Because come fall, we're gonna need all of us within that room, and I think we got a really talented one, and so it's gonna be a fun year for sure.
Mentioned it's just like practice, but I'm sure with this many fans in the stand, there might be a little bit of nerves at the start. When you hit DeCorian on that first drive with the long ball, does that kind of just like ease you up and open you up a little bit?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is it kind of just gets us in rhythm. Get that first completion and get the ball rolling. It makes the play calls from there easier for Coach Stein, and I think really sparks the offense to go down there and score the first drive.
Overall, how do you feel about the receiving room going into this year?
Yeah, I mean, this is now my third year, and I think each year we got talented guys in that room, and this one's special for sure. All of them, as you can tell, both sides, both teams, white and black, were out there making plays, and so they're all gonna help us come fall.
Going to follow up on that throw to Corian. I think you even targeted him a little bit earlier in the game as well. I'm just curious on kind of what has he done as a true freshman to be someone that's relied upon and trustworthy to put a couple balls in tight windows like that.
Yeah, he's a super special player and runs great routes, and his leadership is something that I think has really stood out on the team. Being a young guy coming in here, just working hard, proving himself at practice, and then even the other guys in the room, the older ones, just helping him out. And I think Justice and Gary and those guys, kind of the vets of the room, Kyler, all of them have really kind of took him in, shown him the ropes, and he's really grown as a player. But I think that whole room together has really good chemistry. You can see it just one guy makes a play, they hype him up, the next guy, and so it just really keeps fire in the room.
How confident do you feel in the offense as a whole, even with so much roster turnover from last season?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just like, I guess, the age of our team this year, losing a bunch of seniors. But I think guys that are kind of stepping up and have been here, doing a nice job of just getting these young guys in here, learning the offense, and going out there and competing. Like, I think this team has a lot of back and forth defense, offense, making plays, and I think we just push each other throughout this whole spring. And I think we kind of ended on a good note today.
For a lot of people speculating that you might transfer before this year, what kind of led to your decision to stay here?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is just what we have going here. Like Coach Stein, Coach Lanning, the whole offense. I think it's a good fit for me, and just wanted to come out here and get better this spring.
What do the next 3 months look like for you, Austin, in terms of when you guys reconvene for fall camp at that point in early August? Do you have a private quarterback coach you'll be going to work with, or Manning Academy, or one of those throughout the course of the summer? What does your off the field look like beyond the captain's practices and stuff here? I'm talking off campus. What does that look like the next 3 months?
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing is getting my body right. After this spring, recovering for a little bit, and then hitting the weight room hard again. Whether that's getting a little faster, working with Coach Love, keeping arm mobility, getting a little stronger, and then come summer, I'll be at the Manning camp, and then outside of football, just playing golf and fishing a little bit, having a good time with the guys on the team. So.
Lanning talks about Dylan Gresham as a guy that's taking a big jump in development, as a guy that throws him the ball all spring. Where have you seen that improvement from him?
Yeah, man, DG's came in as a freshman. I remember we were playing at the Fiesta Bowl, and he was just hopping in there on scout team, making some plays, and I think that's the DG we saw today. It's like he really just came out there. He was confident today. So I'd say his confidence has grown, and then I think when he knows what to do, he's an elite player and goes out there and makes plays. And so, like Coach Lanning said, he's grown tremendously, and I think it's exciting to see where he's at now because he's really good.